Jodia, I'm going to talk to you guys about self-love. It is a rather popular topic right now, and unless you live in Iraq, but I'm pretty sure you've seen some type of post about self-love. So recently I joined the Miss Hitty International pageant, and we all had to pick a platform, and my platform is self-love. But what does that look like? What does that look like? How do I love myself? What I have to work on? So today I'm going to give you 5 things you need to do right now to get to know who you are. Because if you know who you are, then you can start by saying, you know what? I love myself. I love exactly who I am. And nothing can ruin that for me. So I believe when I was doing research about this topic, I found that it's 5 categories of your life that you need to work on to be able to see yourself as fully in love with who you are from here, and all over your body. Because once you love yourself, confidence shows. And when you have confidence, you can never be taken advantage of. Nothing someone can say about you or to you can never bother you because you know who you are. You can't use nothing against me. If somebody has something to say wrong about you, be like, okay, I know that about myself. Yeah, that's a pretty accurate judgment of me. Yeah, that's true. What else you got? But yeah, so first thing first, we need to work on is personal development. What is that? So personal development goes in 3 ways. Okay, the first thing you need to work on is self-care. But what is self-care? Self-care is choosing an activity for the betterment of yourself. What is that activity? It can be whatever you want it to be, but it is to make you better. That could mean an appointment at a salon to get your hair done. Because when your hair is done, when your hair is laid, honey, you feel good. You know, you feel better, you feel prettier, you feel more alive. For my fellas, when you get that haircut, you feel so much better. Because you feel fresh, you feel renewed, you're a whole new person. You went from bum to wow. So that's one way to practice self-care. This can also mean getting your nails done or just a simple 1-hour nap. I'm getting older and naps are my best friend now, you know? So 1 hour to yourself, or 2 or 3 hours. It could be once a week or once a day, whatever you choose that to be, until it becomes in your schedule, until it becomes permanent activities that you do to do self-care, because it's important. Second thing is mental health. Have you ever really sat down and figure out if you actually have issues? Are you suffering from deep-rooted issues from your childhood? Do you have anger issues? Do people frustrate you? Do you not like to work with others? There's a whole list of questions that you can ask and really write it down. Like, how do you feel about people? How do you feel about yourself? Because sometimes we may be dealing with issues that only affects us internally. So that's one way that you can really figure it out. Just by writing down, like, how do you feel today? How do you feel about the world? How do you feel? Are you an extrovert? Are you an introvert? Those things matter. And the last thing is awareness. What is awareness? Is for you to write down everything about yourself, your likes and dislikes, anything from color to dresses or your outfits in general, your personal style. Do you like red lipstick? Do you like makeup? Do you not like makeup? I feel like everyone should wear makeup, but it's okay. What do you like? What are some things you like? You know, write that down. Do you like all colors? Do you don't like any colors? Do you like blue? Do you wear blue often? Do you have anything light in your closet? Do you wear too much black? You know, write all that down, because it will help you figure out who you are. Because once you know what that looks like, no one can use that against you. All right, next thing is spiritual. What is your belief system? Do you believe in God? Are you an atheist? Are you spiritual? Are you more of the enlightenment? Are you do you practice voodoo? Are you Hindu? do you practice Hinduism? Judaism? Which one is it? Figure that out. And also do more research. And second thing is implementation. How often do you practice your faith? How often do you actually research about your faith? Don't just follow just to follow. Do you actually read the Bible? Do you actually read online? Do you look into books about Judaism? Do you look into books about Hinduism? Do you do research? How do you implement that into your life? Do you actually set time apart? The same way you set time apart for self-care, do you set time apart for also spiritual? Think about it. And the last thing is mastery. Do you master your religion? I have felt for years that a lot of people may have had issues with Christianity, because I felt like a lot of Christians don't know their religion. They don't master it. They don't. They just go to church, learn what the sermon is for that day, and then they go home. During the week, they don't read the Bible. You know, they don't implement into their lives. So you can't master something that you don't practice, you know, that you don't study wholeheartedly. So whatever that faith is, study it. That way you can master it. All right. Next thing is physical. Physical is the third thing you need to learn about yourself, right? Physical can mean, the first thing is about fitness. I know. Fitness is one of the things that people try to avoid, but let me tell you, it will make a significant difference. You can even start with just walking. Walk around the neighborhood. Do the steps. I believe Fitbit has a way to count your steps. Count your step. Easy stuff, you know. And if you can go harder, go to the actual gym, or even get a trainer. I believe right now there's a lot of at-home workouts. So if you can just purchase online videos, or even on YouTube. YouTube has free workout videos, so you can use that. Work out from home, because I believe the more we take care of our body, the better we'll feel during the week, because we actually have more energy to get things done. And next thing is health. Do you eat healthy? I know it's really hard to keep up with all these calorie counts and what is a carb, what is a protein, what is a fat, well, what is good fat, what is bad fat. But guess what? Just start somewhere, because what will happen is once you start something and you start to implement it into your life, the more you will develop a routine to figure out, okay, so today I'm eating only 2 eggs this morning and an avocado toast, and then for lunch I'm having a salad. That's about 400 calories. I'm supposed to have no more than 1200 calories per day. Yeah, That could be something. Figure out what kind of body type you are as well. Are you an ectomorph, endomorph? Different things about yourself to learn more about what is your body can intake. Some people are also diabetic, so some diets may not work for diabetics. So that goes into a whole thing. Do you want to do veganism? Do you want to do vegetarianism? Do you also want to do keto? That's another type of diet out there. So figure that out and make sure that you're taking care of yourself and your health. And the last thing is mindfulness. I know this is weird, but here's the thing. When you are practicing mindfulness, what does that look like, right? It is a constant decision that you make every day to change yourself. It is it's almost like mastery in the spiritual development, where you are more aware of what you're putting into your body. You know, every day you're like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't be watching Love and Hip Hop for 2 hours straight. Let me go to the gym. You start finding ways to remove certain things from your life and adding working out, and adding meal prepping, or adding or choosing to go to Whole Foods versus Walmart, or Publix versus Walmart, Aldi's versus Walmart. Hey, you get the hint, right? So practice mindfulness on how you deal with your overall health and fitness. And the fourth thing is you need to work on is your social relationships. What is a social relationship? That is a relationship with your friends and family. First thing is in social is relationships. Do you keep up with your relationships? Do you actually have relationships with people? Do you have friends? How many friends do you have? Do you have actual friends, or do you have acquaintances? Do you know the difference between acquaintances and friends, and also colleagues? 3 different words. Trois différents. So colleagues is someone that you work with, like your co-worker, or someone that you are with, a part of an organization that you work with, that you work under or in, whichever it is. An acquaintance is someone that you've seen around all the time. When you go out, when you go to certain events, you see them, you exchange numbers, you have their phone number, but you kind of call them once a while, like every 2 months or every month. You don't call them often, but I know once I see you out, hey, how are you? Oh my God, it's good to see you. You look so beautiful. You look great. How's the husband? How's the wife? You know, stuff like that. You have like general conversations when you see them out in public. So that's another way to think about it. And second thing in social is communication. How often do you communicate with your relationships? How often do you call your family? How often do you call your mother or your mom, or I just said that, or your father, your friends? See, for me, if I consider you my friend, I speak to you every week. That's friendship to me. I speak to you every week, not every day. That's weird. I may talk to my partner every day, but my best friends, my friends, I'm supposed to talk to you every week. If I go weeks to not talking to you, me personally, si me fait 3 months I don't talk to you, you down to acquaintance. I don't call you a friend anymore because you're not being a friend. Relationship means it's a two-way street, right? I just know that from that point, your level have decreased. You know, that's like the level of effort into this relationship has went down. So that's how I look at it, okay? And the last thing is community. Do you build a community around you? How connected are you in your community? Do you actually do community service? Do you go out there and help other people? You know, do you give back? Because once you start giving back to your community, it makes you feel good because you're doing good for the world. And that's how you integrate yourself into the world. Because that is going to make sure that it helps you in your personal development. Because once you start doing good things, good service to others, it actually helps you with your self-awareness. Because at that point, you know what? I think I like helping people. Yeah, I think I do. Yeah, so the more I do it, the more I feel good, the more my endorphins are heightened. So that's another way. And the last thing is professional. What does your professional development look like? First thing first in professional is career. What is your career right now? Are you happy with your current career? Do you see yourself doing more versus what you're currently doing? Are you someone who wants to change your career? If you want to change your career, then do it. If you have to go back to school, go back to school because that's important to you. That was something that you wrote in your self-awareness couple minutes ago. You know, being more self-aware is that you understand that at the point that you are here now, this is what you like, this is what you don't like. If you don't like your job, change it. Pick a career that you really love. Stop wasting time. And second thing is leadership. Have you ever really thought of getting into leadership? How often do you think to yourself, you know what, maybe I should be a manager. Maybe I should go up the ladder. And it doesn't have to be more of a job going up in leadership. This can also mean that in your community, as you're giving service in your community with building your social relationships, that can also show you as a leader because you are taking charge of something. Are you starting a nonprofit? Are you actually reaching out to organizations and being more assertive? How do you show leadership? By being more assertive. That's another way. And then last thing is finances, honey. Money. Okay? What kind of money you want to have? How much money you want to have? How much money you want to make? Do you know that number? Have you figured out in a couple of years, 5 years from now, how much money you want to have in your account or how much you want to make a month? If your goal is, you know what? Next year, I want to make $4,000 a month. Write it down. And see how it happens. And see how it comes true. Because you put it down. And you know what? What it does when you write down stuff, it makes you be more accountable to make that goal happen. You write it down in a notebook like this. Well, you can't really see it. Okay, but you can't really see it, but this says goals on here. It says goals here. This is my goals book, and I'm willing to tell you, you need one of those because it's going to help you a lot. It's going to help you focus on things that matters to you. So I'm leaving you with this. So 5 things you need to work on is personal, spiritual, social, physical, and professional. 5 things you need to work on. Make sure that you guys have took notes on all these different categories. And I believe that once you start writing this down, it will help you process everything that's up here that you've been waiting to finalize and really figure out, what do I really want out of life? All right, I know this was a longer video, but be sure to follow me again, Fanm Ayisyèn, and I know you are still on YouTube watching, so go ahead and watch my next video. See you guys soon.